Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This is the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
Peace. This is the Steel Sharpens Steel Network. I am Bro.Nasir. I'm just starting to do programs on this brand new channel. Hopefully someone will come up and be the steel sharpening steel. This evening, I want to speak about John Leguizamo. He is out here giving all the credit to Latinos for our accomplishments. John Leguizamo is a Latino man who has the audacity to go around saying that they're the biggest ethnic group in America, that they built America, that they suffered the most in America, and they had the most pain and suffering, and they're thriving, and they have a $1.7 trillion spending power. Everything that consists of our accomplishments, pain and suffering, this man gives the credit to Latino people. Now, I'm going to play this video by this culture vulture, this wicked demon. Most Latinos that come over here to America, they get here and they align themselves with anyone that they perceive as winning. And most of them will put white on their green card, whatever statistic that they have here in America. They will actually put white on it. Peace to my brother, Big Dog Philly OG. Now, John Leguizamo has a lot of damn nerves getting on news platforms and programs, talking that foolishness, telling outright lies. Now, I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to point out every other word that he say that is a lie, because every other word that this man is saying is an outright lie.
Returning to a new MSNBC show celebrating the rich and diverse Latino cultures across our country. It's a brand new 6-part series created by and led by actor and producer John Leguizamo, who visits 6 different destinations, exploring food, fashion, music, culture, and so much more. The first episode takes us to the heart of New York City, where a community is keeping their culture alive.
This is where a majority of Latin people came to New York City.
The place where salsa and music live.
For decades, people like DJ Agujita, a.k.a. Raymond Perez, have been keeping these salsa sounds alive.
This is culture. This is tradition. This event, this area, this neighborhood, like I always say, this is not a place where you live, it's a place that lives in you. The people who have been here all of their lives, who migrated from Puerto Rico like my father did in 1937, these are people who are not going anywhere.
Leguizamo Does America premieres Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on MSNBC. And
He said they migrated from Puerto Rico to America. Puerto Rico is in America. Puerto Rico is United States territory, numbskull. Peace to my brother, Big Dog Philly OG. Salute to you, brother. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check, 1, 2.
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
And it's already streaming on Peacock. And joining us this morning, the host, the creator, and so much more, John Leguizamo. John, buddy, good to see you.
Listen to this guy tell these lies, OG. And this guy that's the host of the news program, he's calling himself a Latino also, but he's on here sounding and acting just like a Caucasian. Like I said earlier, they come over here and they will align themselves with any and everybody that they perceive as winning. They'll try to get close to us. It's what we talked about in earlier streams, that inviting people into our house and allowing people to get close to us and have people align themselves with us. We thinking they're allies, but all they're trying to do is get something from us.
How are you?
Great to see you. Un placer.
Igual. Oye, John, this is such a labor of love for you to showcase the contributions of all of us Latinos in this country. What did you learn along the way? I learned something by watching it as well.
Well, I mean, Latin people, we're the largest ethnic group in America.
Lie number 1, largest ethnic group in America.
Oldest ethnic group. We built this.
Lie number 2, the oldest ethnic group in America. Lie number 2.
This country.
Lie number 3.
We suffered in this country. We were oppressed and we're thriving.
They were oppressed and they're thriving. Now, OG, correct me if I'm wrong. All these other groups came after all the fighting was done and our people established things. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, brother.
No, sir, you're on point. Like he said, they left their country and came here. You got it.
Exactly, but everything he said happened to them is what actually happened to us. We're the oldest group here.
Yes,
We
sir.
built the country. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we're the biggest group of people here. But he's saying everything that's our accomplishments and our pain and suffering, he's saying that it was his people that built the country, the oldest group, the biggest group, and they suffered, and now they're thriving. All of this happened after our people did all the fighting. Everybody came over here, as you said in earlier streams, they come over here and they try to get all of our rights and all the tangibles that's ours.
We add $2.8 trillion to the GDP every year. If we were our own country, we'd be the 5th largest economy in the world, bigger than England.
Now, what that sound like, OG? what is said about us.
Exactly.
If we was our own country, we'd be the fifth largest country in the world. That is what is said about us. And this damn culture vulture will sit here and tell this outright lie.
England bigger than Italy, bigger than Brazil, and that's just in America. So I found Latin excellence all over America, in Chicago, in DC, in Miami, in Puerto Rico, in LA, in New York, and we ate, we danced, and we celebrated, because nobody knows how to enjoy life as good as Latinos.
That's true. Now we're looking at this.
That is outright mockery. That's outright mockery, and it's outright theft.
One in New York, where of course you are you're just raised in New York City, and I'm just thinking, John, some of the things that you brought out is, and I'm thinking of DJ Tony Touch, and so many other people that have.
Tony Touch came in the 90s. Hip hop DJ. He came in the 90s. Now they're going there with the hip hop. DJ Tony Touch, somebody who actually protected before, security, DJ Tony Touch. And now they're going to go there with him and try to make him some damn pioneer.
Have been so instrumental in things like culture and even in hip hop that I wasn't aware of just the influence there.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, we've been part of so many things. I mean, we're great inventors. We got incredible ingenuity, and we were part of the building of the hip hop culture. It is Black culture, but we didn't assist. We did a Scottie Pippen to a Michael Jordan because we were there. We were the ones that photographed all those photographs you see.
See, you hear what he said, OJ? The photographs. We were there. We took the pictures. All the photographs that you see in hip hop. Now, use this analogy, OG. If you and I was whooping somebody's ass, okay, and John Leguizamo was there, and the police arrested me and you, and they wanted to know who was this third person. They want to speak to him because he's a person of interest. Would he say he was there and did nothing, or he gonna say, okay, I was there and I helped, even if he ain't kick or punch and did nothing to the man, he was just there while we passed. Being somewhere, witnessing something doesn't mean that you did it. He's talking about the photographers that was there taking pictures of the hip hop artists in the beginning stages of hip hop. This is the thing. See, Fat Joe started that, and now this dude, like we had, when we was talking on the phone, Fat Joe started that nonsense, and now these jokes coming out of woodwork and actually trying to take our entire history. These ungrateful bastards. We invite them to our culture. We thought we had an ally in them, but I found out that there's no Black and brown alliance. That shit is a misnomer and a straight up fairy tale. Anybody come around us, they're trying to get something from us and trying to get what we want. I'm going to finish playing this video. You hear something you want to tap in on, just tell me to stop, brother.
See, of the beginnings of hip hop, that was us. The beginning of breakdancing, Crazy Legs invented the move. Graffiti, we were the instrumental purveyors of that art craft. So yeah, that's what I go around America finding all this Latin excellence.
I got to tell you, John, after watching your series, I actually went and listened to Dizzy Gillespie's 1975 Afro-Cuban Jazz Moves, which was really a creation in New York City. And it had Machito and Mario Bauzá. And I'm thinking that Tito Puente was brought into that band in 1942, and you talk about Tito and you talk about Celia, and also, John, it's so important that in Los Angeles, for example, where you speak to Gina Torres about being Afro-Latina and how many times Afro-Latinos are double ignored.
Yeah.
See, Afro-Latinas are double ignored because they look more black. These two are not Afro-Latinas. Afro-Latina has melanin. They're dark skinned. These dudes here will try to pass as white. They're sitting up here lying their ass off, knowing that they would try to pass as white. Afro-Latinas look like you and I. That's why they're ignored and oppressed even in their homeland.
I think, white Latinos and white passing Latinos like myself get a break. Even though it's tough for us, it's tougher for our indigenous Latinos and our Afro-Latinos. And I've always said that. And that's got to change. We got to fight for them and the vulnerable, the people who are vulnerable in our communities.
And, just so much contributions to our culture as a country has been done by folks that just have so many barriers always to fight. Hey, John, what do you want us to take away from this extraordinary series of yours?
Well, I want people who are not Latin to have Latin envy and wish they had been born Latin, and for Latin people to realize, damn, being Latin is a superpower, man. I mean, the things that we've suffered in this country, 500 years, our wealth was stolen from us. We were lynched. We were burned, shot alive.
You hear this motherfucker, man? Said he was lynched, shot, and burned. This is outright undermining our pain and suffering. And really, to me, making a mockery of our pain and suffering.
That's all it is, brother.
By saying that it happened to their people. Making a mockery and undermining our pain and suffering.
Live, we've been the only American citizens that have ever been deported by the millions, and yet we contribute and we build and we thrive.
Leguizamo, it's good to see you, my friend. It always is a pleasure.
Always great to see you.
And that's another lie. Because they wasn't deported in. They came they came by choice.
Exactly.
No one deported them here. That's another lie. Go ahead.
Another lie.
Touched by some of the segments of this series that were really powerful, and I thank you for doing it. You got to do more of these, man. You got to do Afro-Cuban and the influence of Puerto Rican music and culture into the
Latin freestyle. Without Latin freestyle, there would be no pop. I want to do all those things. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm glad that you did some dominoes and you did a lot of other things as well.
Yeah. I suck at dominoes, but yeah, I did it anyway.
Un abrazo, hermano. Thank you. It's really good to see you.
Peace. This is the Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. That was a actual recording that myself and the brother Big Dog Philly OG did earlier. I just wanted to share it on this channel. It was originally done on my other channel, the Steel Sharpens Steel Network. If you haven't subscribe to that channel, subscribe to the Steel Sharpens Steel Network. I'm going to put the link in. Anybody want to come up, you're welcome. Come on up and let's discuss this culture vulture, John Leguizamo, taking all of our history and our accomplishments and even our pain and suffering and saying that it was their people who did the accomplishments and had the pain and suffering. Now, most of the people that come here to America, to the United States, actually, most of them, they arrived after all the fighting is done, which is most case scenario. They come to America, undermine us, and then that's why I say we can't be.
Hold on,
So
can you
hold on. Let me get what I'm saying out. They come here, they undermine us, and they get close to us. It's like when somebody come to your house, they're looking around, casing your house out, seeing how they can get further in your house. And we have to be mindful of these type of people. And everybody, it seems to me, they do this with our people. It's always what they're trying to get from us. They get close to us. They love our culture. They love being close to us. And then they'll start putting their feet up in our house and drinking the last cold one. Wherever it is, your choice of drink. They feel they can drink the last cold one in your house. So therefore, certain people we need to not let in the house. And we need to start gatekeeping our shit. And stop being so goddamn inclusive. Because being inclusive cost us. It's been costing us. Brother King Genocide?
Yes, sir. So check this out. You can hear me? Mic check.
Yes, loud and clear. Salute to you, brother.
So check this out. So I ain't got nothing personal against John Leguizamo. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I fought one. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. But some of his talking points came from some of the lives that we did where we honored and said that, yo, they had a big influence in hip hop or the rap culture.
I never thought that because I've been around hip hop before it was on record.
Okay, yeah, the true shit. And then what most black people don't know or white people know, that actually rock and roll actually came from black people before.
Exactly.
Yeah, most people don't even know that.
That'll be Chuck Berry. That'll be Mr. Chuck Berry.
See,
okay, Mr. Little Richard. That'll be
that's not a conspiracy theory. That's just actually a real thing. Like, okay, look at Elvis Presley. He was the black college white guy back then. You feel me? Like, think about it.
When he got up there and said all that what he said, he was talking about our history and taking credit for our history, even to the point of being burnt at the stake and lynched and shot. That'll be us. That would be us. And he talked about, they always talk about Crazy Legs, and they even talked about Tony Touch, and Tony Touch came in the 90s. The 90s. And talk about being there. He talked about the photography, the pictures. Being there doesn't mean you did anything. You wasn't a part of the creative process, so you wasn't there. You was there standing around doing nothing. But when the hold 1 second. I got a phone call. Pardon me. Yeah. People think they always saying they were there. They didn't participate in anything. And somebody like a Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes, hip hop was like a good 10, 15 years deep before they came into the culture. And they're coming around saying that we don't have no culture. If they talk about what they built here, okay, why couldn't you build your own goddamn country if you built this? So you're going around building shit, but you didn't build your own shit.
Shit, crazy. Yo, it's like in our country, and then as men in general don't get treated the way they're supposed to. But as black men, we gotta do this shit because it's actually happening. My mic coming through clear?
Yeah, you're clear, brother.
I just want to make sure. Yeah, we don't get treated, and then it's not like that. It ain't about demanding respect or commanding it. Nah, that should be already happening with people who trying to undermine us.
That's most case scenario, brother, because we're too inclusive. We love inviting people, everybody to the barbecue.
Okay, so we need to be more exclusive. We need to vet people, and this because we all say this shit, and we right. You got to vet people. You got to actually deal and build with those people and see if that's the type of people who's like minded that you can actually build with.
We actually have to gatekeep our shit.
Yeah, that too, because anybody can come over with enough money. It's like, nah, I'm taking over this shit, or they'll just sell the shit.
Again, they look around when you invite them in your house. They're looking around. They're looking at the pictures on the wall. They're looking at the nice TV on the wall. They see how they can get further in the house. They try to see how they can get further in the house. Next thing you know, these jokers is way upstairs. And then you look at them, I got a bathroom downstairs. What the fuck you doing upstairs?
Hey, yo, Bro.Nasir, I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. I got to take care of something right quick.
And that's, all right, good brother. That's most case scenario when it comes to our culture. We're always allowing people to participate. We invite them. We welcome them with open arms, and they're only trying to take advantage and trying to get what's ours, and then claim what's ours as theirs. And we need to stop that, because this dude, John Leguizamo, he's straight up undermining everything that we went through and all of our accomplishments. You see what they do? I mean, part of that is Michael's fault for painting himself white. They had a white guy playing Michael Jackson. A white guy. It's his fault. He the one who painted himself white. And, and went out and bought some damn white kids. A little off the subject, but that's what happens when we allow people to come into our culture. A thief steals. A vulture seek what they can devour. That's what a vulture does. So when we have something that's ours, that's tangible, that's of value, we need to safeguard it and not allow people to come up. It's like I couldn't believe. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't believe, because that's what these people do when it comes to our things. They try to take what's ours. I'm gonna do a music break. Anybody want to come up? The link is in the chat. I'm gonna put it back in the chat. Meanwhile, I'm going to play a song from one of my favorite artists.
This is it right here, PJ. This is it.
guy.
Look, if Timothy Taylor was given a chance to do it again, I would probably change a few things. I listen to me a bit more. I travel the world with 3 brides, no hate to each his own. My name will no longer be Wise, you call me Jesus Jones. Fuck off the hammer for jurors, return of a prodigal son. Go tell your favorite MCs to give him his style back, here he comes. If Timothy Taylor was given one chance to spit it again, he would rinse it till it's empty. Lock up to the track like Cynthia, black youth will come to the forefront. Hip-hop will feed the masses, no weapon formed against us will prosper or harass us. I educate your babies, I teach black men to raise them, I'd civilize your ladies, I'd be Captain Save-A-Ho. If Timothy Taylor was given a second chance at life, I'd tell Shaheed and Culture that what we had was right. I wouldn't have let my sister be murdered on the train tracks. I wouldn't have watched my old earth expire in the projects. If wise intelligence given one chance to make it whole, I'd buy back all your souls, I'd give you crowns of life, I'd bulldoze all the projects, I'd build ghettos of grandeur. Let Jada Kiss ask why, I'm here to provide the answers. No longer a need for black folk, see physical labor's cheap. Job market a constant decline, they moving all overseas. Get money the more the ghetto, pitch coca, tap your fame. No love for the poverty stricken, you flick up and film the game. If wise intelligence given a second chance to say this, I wouldn't wear it down to compliment your radio playlist. I learned the hard way, there's no such thing as black broadcasters. They're simply puppets at the mercy of their slave masters. Whatever you think, believe in, becomes the world around you. Poor people think abundance, riches will soon surround you. If wise intelligence given a chance to do it again, I think the thoughts of prophets, I'd rid the world of sin. No longer a need for rappers, Jesus Jones has entered the building. That certain way you feeling about what I be talking about. Talk shit while I'm walking out, never let hate control your thinking. I'm he who speaks believing, who hip-hop fans are seeking. If Timothy Taylor was given a second chance at life, I would probably not even rap. I'd open schools abroad. If wise intelligence blessed with another chance to live, I would live for the love of the people, a little bit closer to God. I'd bind the broken hearted, free the captive, touch the blind, crush the grapes, say the grace, and prepare the wine. Forgive the sins of our fathers, for which we suffer today. Return the sons of mothers who mourn for watch the Donnelly page. I'd organize the gangs, I'd give them the knowledge and know-how. I'd do this like Reginald Lewis, I'd teach them to leverage the body out. I'd give them a love for self, I'd wrestle with hell to be right. If Timothy Taylor was given another chance at life.
That's the homie Wise Intelligent, Trenton, New Jersey, stand up. Yeah, again, family, you have to be mindful of who we let come around us. And we have to watch people in and on a protracted period to, make sure they are trustworthy enough to be around us, because everybody that call themselves our brother is not brotherly. And time is too crucial these days. And the bigger the circle, the bigger the chances of betrayal. So when you tighten your circle, you lessen your chances of being betrayed by someone or a certain people. So we need to keep that in mind. This is The Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace.
Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This is the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.